Where you get your customers from matters. All customers are not created equal. The quality of your customers differs. You have customers you love, and when that phone rings, you're happy to talk to them, and you have people you hit ignore. Damn it, they're calling me again? Why would they leave me alone? We call them PETA customers, pain in the ass. You can use that if you want. Just don't tell them. So your quality differs. It can differ even if you got them at the same media, even if you got them in a different form of media. For example, Glazer Kennedy, the largest marketing organization of its kind, said that they did some statistical analysis, and their best customers come from people who buy one of Dan's books in a physical bookstore. Those people ascend up the model the fastest and spend the most amount of money. Now, I didn't come from a book in a bookstore, but traditionally, people who buy a physical book in a physical bookstore will spend the most money with them. You need to figure out where are we getting our customers from, which ones are worth the most, that we like the most, and spend all your marketing dollars there. But you have to be able to track and know which marketing works and which marketing doesn't work in order to do that. To use a fishing analogy, you need the right bait for the right critter. I don't fish, but I would assume that if I was fishing for walleye salmon and I put a Kit Kat on the end of my lure, they probably wouldn't bite. Unless they really like that, I'm wrong. I don't know. You need to reverse engineer who your best client is and then create the bait for them. And this was a really good get inside your prospect's head question. What is your best prospect's private, hidden, secret desire? You need to know what keeps them up at night, what they're afraid of, what they're excited about. One of our questions, because I'm a magician, is if you could wave a magic wand and make your business look like anything, any way you want it, what would it be? Access to other people's customer lists. Again, we rent ours out for a very nice sum of money for financial services companies. You can, of course, if you get a build-a following, you can do it enough. I mean, Kim Kardashian, God help me for using this example, but my wife watches their show, charges $50,000 to write a tweet for you. Sponsored tweet, 50 grand, and Kim will tweet out your tweet. You don't have to have her following, and you can charge more money because you can deliver actual results as opposed to lots of teenage girls who want shoes. This was a presentation Dan called, there's a book called A Whale Hunt in the Desert that he recommends. I haven't read it yet, but I'm assuming if Dan read it, it's really good. And he said, this is how to go whale hunting. A whale is a customer who's worth 5 to 50 times your average customer. So this would be your top 5%. People who can write you your dream check for what you do. And they have an exceptional circle of influence. There are 3 ways to get whale clients. Number 1 is called small pond fishing. So this was an example that I'm copying. So he built up this guy who wanted to do consulting for large companies. A couple folks in the room resonate with that. He built a Dream 100 list of the top 100 CEOs he wanted to hire him in Minneapolis. He wrote a book called Minneapolis' Top 100 Leaders. He created a newspaper ad for the book. The book doesn't exist yet. He created a cover for the book. The book itself doesn't exist yet. And he sent a letter, he got a bookstore to write him a letter, independent, not Barnes & Noble, to say, we look forward to stocking your book here at Minneapolis Books, whatever. He then FedExed the 100 CEOs, the newspaper ad, the cover of the book, the list of the 100 other CEOs who were going to be in it, and said, I'd like to interview you to be in the book. Every CEO said, I'd love to be in the book. He got literally 98 of them to do interviews with him, and then he had to find 2 more CEOs to make it to 100. The book was the transcription of the 100 interviews. He didn't write a word of it. But when he went back and pitched those 98 CEOs on working with them, over half hired him. You need to do that, you need to do that, you need to do that. I'm already doing it. So in Buffalo, we'll have some competition there. Of course I want to be in a book. Who doesn't want to be in a book? Wide net fishing is a place strategy. We talked about where are you selling. A place strategy is you find whales in a place where you can be somebody. So the whale finds you. So for example, the guy at the horse auction finds a jewelry store there. He wasn't expecting to find a jewelry store there, but he's got money because he's buying horses. So you are in a place where whales go that they're not expecting. So a place where they might expect a financial advisor would be a country club. But where wouldn't they expect? Where would whales congregate where they wouldn't expect you? I had phenomenal results. I did 2 auctions for the Make-A-Wish Foundation here in Buffalo. I got local artists to donate art in exchange for the exposure. I got Adam Lingner, who some of you know, who used to play for the Buffalo Bills, to come be my celebrity art auctioneer, even though he'd never done an art auction before and knew nothing about art. And we invited a whole bunch, we invited our list, Make-A-Wish invited their list because all the money went to Make-A-Wish. I got in the Buffalo News twice for doing it. And Make-A-Wish invited, I said, before you invite your whole donor base, we're selling art, you want to raise a lot of money, can you sort your donor base by how much they gave to you? Of course we can. Perfect, let's invite your top 100 donors who gave you like at least 50 grand. Because if they can afford that, they can buy some art, and those are the clients I want. So it was a place where they wouldn't expect me to be, celebrity charity art auction, but I sponsored it, I put it on, I raised a bunch of money for Make-A-Wish, we sent some families to Disney World, and those people were all like, wow, that was so nice of you to do that for Make-A-Wish. You mean your advisor didn't raise money for Make-A-Wish? No. Oh, I guess we should talk about that. Where are they where they don't expect to see you? And you can show up alone. No competition. That was a whole lot different than inviting 15,000 people to a seminar to talk about retirement planning where they show up for the free food. Wide net fishing is a lead generation strategy, and that is your whale client does not want to know how to do what you do, they just want to understand it enough to know that you know how to do it. So they don't want to build a website, they don't want to learn HTML5, they just want to know that you know how to do it and they can write you a check. They don't want to, most teachers don't want to understand the internal 12B1 fees on their 403B, they just want to know that you know enough to take care of it for them. Does that make sense? They don't want to need to know how you fix a basement. We're using a special compound that Frank made, and they don't want to know, they just want to know it's not going to leak anymore. So this is the 12-week plan to dominating your market. You are going to do lead generation, it is going to go offline, you're going to start offline, that's physical snail mail. You're going to drive them online to get an irresistible free offer, and then you are going to follow up with them offline to sell them. You are going to start offline with an oversized postcard. The oversized postcard just sells them your book, your free report, your lead generation magnet, your irresistible free offer. So that's all you're trying to do is drive them to click on go to your website and register for this amazing offer. So ours, I don't have one with me, but ours is our free report, 7 guaranteed ways to attract new customers like magic. We have a postcard, and we actually have 2 letters that follow up to it that drive them online to go watch a video and enter their contact information and say, I want that free report on guaranteed ways to attract new customers. We deliver the video series via email, and we deliver the report via snail mail offline. Your postcard needs a headline with your irresistible offer. The bullet points go on the left. Your testimonials go on the right. That's your social proof. And a call to action. And then on the front side, it's got all testimonials and just call to action. On the Facebook site where you can watch all of these videos, I will put pictures of them so you see what it looks like. How to create your lead generation magnet is going to look really similar to what we did with the book. Create an outline, record it, transcribe it. Ta-da! You're done. The lead generation website or the page that you're driving them to get your free offer should look like the postcard you just sent them. Because if it's not, they're going to be confused. You cannot go broke underestimating the stupidity of the American public. So for example, the same picture of me holding a magic wand, holding up best-selling books that I'm in on the postcard is on the top of the website. It's got the same color scheme. So they're like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so after they request your lead generation magnet, you're going to send them 7 emails. These are the 7. Email number 1 is to confirm the request. Yes, this is what you wanted. You made a very smart choice to get the free report, 7 guaranteed ways to attract new customers like magic. Click here to confirm that this is really you and you really want this. Email 2 is, have you read it? Hey, have you read this report? On page 7, you would have learned blankety blank. On page 9, you would have learned blankety blank. On page 12, you learn this. Email 3 is the value of your product. Here's our value proposition. I'll teach you how to become Superwoman, and you will feel less stressed and get more done in less time, and your friends, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood, and all the other moms will be jealous of you. I've learned, being married with kids, that women are not necessarily the nicest to other women. And some women might want to be the woman that all of their friends are jealous of. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but I've learned interesting things. Email 4 introduces the special offer. In this case, it's our magical marketing audit, where we take a look at your stuff and tell you why it's not making customers appear like magic and all that good stuff. Email 5 is a reminder of the special offer. Hey, how come you didn't take advantage of it? Email 6, there's 2 days left. Email 7, offer ends today, you have to do it. And then after that, we follow up with them with once a month with an email newsletter and a snail mail newsletter. The point of your newsletter, you want to be an entertainer, not a teacher. There's a reason why Kim Kardashian makes a whole lot more money than my mother, who was a retired school teacher. Because she's a lot more entertaining to a lot more people than my mother was. So you need to be entertaining. The point of your newsletter is not to bore them to death with the technical details of your product or service, but to make them feel warm and fuzzy about you and excited about you. Does that make sense?
It never has made sense to me. I realize it works, but I never could figure it out.
Okay, so here's the test. To find out if your newsletter is working, and we've got a service that prints your newsletter, prints stuff, stamps, seals, mails out the door. You upload a PDF file, an Excel file, and you're done. But the way to find out if your newsletter works is don't send it for a month. And see if anybody calls you and goes, hey, where's my newsletter? If nobody calls you, it's not working. If we mail ours a day late, I get phone calls. When my wife stopped, I have my wife write a column in there about parenting and family. And in addition to being my wife, she's a retired family therapist. So she knows more than just putting up with me. And when she stopped writing her column because she had our baby, I got complaints. Going, how come where's your wife's column? That was one of my favorite ones. Well, she had a baby 2 days ago, so she didn't really write it. Oh, okay, is she coming back? I said, you like the marketing stuff, right? Oh, yeah, that's important too. Okay, Brian Tracy said 95% of business owners earn less than $50,000 a year. If you're in that group, we will help you get out of it. If you're not, please stay out of it. Decide today to pay any price to achieve financial independence. Business skills are all learnable. All of this stuff is learnable. I didn't know any of it before I started. So, what is it I need to know? What skill do I need to have to move forward up the ladder one more rung right now? And Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have both been quoted as saying the most important key to success is focus. Even though women's brains are physically better at multitasking, multitasking makes you stupid. Do one thing at a time. Because the amount of productivity you lose if you're doing something and you stop to check your email or Twitter or get a text message, it takes your brain on average about 20 minutes, less for women, but 20 minutes to get re-engaged to the same level you just were at. So when we're writing copy for a marketing client, the phones are off, the email's shut off, Facebook is down, we can't do anything. Like I have a sign on my office door, don't open the door unless the building's on fire. It's called a closed door policy. My wife is a therapist, hates it, but it works really well for productivity. So Brian Tracy said, you want to move forward? Where are you now? Where do you want to be? How are you going to get there? 80% of new businesses fail within 4 years, but 90% of businesses started by people with business skills and experience succeed. And the good part is all of those skills are learnable. Nobody's born with this stuff. Hi, Eve. Yeah, none of you have been to Alcoholics Anonymous, I can tell. So tell us about what is your biggest challenge, what can we help you with, what can we work on?
My biggest challenge is moving from small business owners and sole proprietors into a larger paying clientele.
Okay, so for those of you who didn't hear that, she wants to move from smaller business owners to a larger, higher paying clientele.
Correct.
Okay, so tell us about the small business owners you're working with now and who you want to go to.
The small business owners are usually people with smaller budgets.
Define the size, average customer.
Average customer, less than 5,000?
Less than 5,000 to spend on you.
Yes, to spend on
Okay,
me.
and that's, and who do you want to work with? What is their budget? What does that look like? How many?
5,000 plus, 20,000, 5,000 to 25,000 to start anyway. Corporations mainly who try to have in-house graphic designers design their websites that don't have too much of expertise straight out of college.
Okay.
Trying to look for the easy way out, basically.
So this corporation, this hypothetical customer avatar, this corporation is employing someone right now full-time to do what you do.
Correct.
And you want to convince them they either need you to help this person or they need to fire this person and hire you on like independent contractor retainer type thing.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any of these folks now?
I have one.
You have one.
Yes.
Okay. How did you get them to, did they fire the person? They fired the person. All right. So we're moving from creating jobs to
Well, that was my
right, giving the job to Eve.
It's not neutral.
Which I support 100%. If they were doing as good as you, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
They weren't doing their job. It's their fault. Okay. So how did you get this customer to know you, meet with you, and then hire you and fire the other person?
We were in a mutual group together and basically had no business relationship, and they just said, hey Eve, what do you think of our branding right now and our website? And I said, you want a free consultation? And they were like, yeah, just your thoughts. And what I did was I created a bulleted list of all the things that weren't working for the company and a bulleted list for the things that were, as far as their logo design and the simplistic things that they kind of had, website design, Facebook page. And the things that were negative outweighed the positive, and this was, something that they didn't really find too much happiness in, of course. And so I also provided them suggestions, so I had no, ulterior motive. And they liked that because I was suggestive without trying to charge them. And they just said, well, you know what? Obviously, you know what you're doing. You have all these points. Can you come in and just do a consultation with us? Let's find out what you can do for us. And I went in there and I told them, you need to change everything and have a fresh new start. You want more business, and you're not going to get it this way.
So she did a whole lot of things right. There's some stuff there that we can clone and replicate, and there's some stuff there that we can tweak a little bit.
Okay.
So the first thing she mentioned was a place strategy. She met the contact, however she got in like a networking group.
Yes.
Okay. So theoretically, that might be a place where this type of person who makes the decision to bring you in hangs out. Then did they ask you? How did that happen? Like they asked you for the consultation?
Yeah, we were talking about wine actually, and they were asking, this lady really sucks, and I said, yeah, it kind of does, and hey, what do you think about
Okay, so what is the job title of this person?
CEO?
So CEOs who like to drink wine, age range?
45 to 53.
45 to 53, male or female?
Female.
Female? Okay. So, do we think it's possible to get a list of affluent females, 45 to 53, who are CEOs who drink wine?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Could you potentially, place strategy, have a female CEO wine appreciation event where they all come at a winery and learn about different types of wines, and you're the sponsor of it, and you give them they're getting a wine course from the liquor store people, and you go, when they bring out each bottle of wine, you comment on the design of the label, and say, and you might be making this mistake with your graphic design, and here's how you fix it. Here's a good label, here's a bad label. Just a thought.
Yeah.
You raised your hand?
The people that you work with, did you get a result from them that you could say, hey, I got this result in this company?
Oh, the testimonial?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
testimonial.
Yes.
Other thought would be, this CEO that hopefully now loves you, likes you, trusts you, pays you, she knows other CEOs. What if you had a top 100 list of the 100 female wine appreciating CEOs in the Western New York area, and she sent a letter on her letterhead saying, if you're a female wine appreciation affluent CEO like me, here's why you want to work with Eve. she sends an endorsed letter to all of them introducing you attached to a bottle of wine with a cool label
That you design.
that you designed, even if you have to do it yourself for free and slap it on the label because you can bottle your own wine.
Right.
You can put your label on any bottle of wine, they'll sell it to you.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it's your label on there, and it's a graphic design label on the wine bottle showcasing your work. And all of a sudden, you're the queen of graphic design, the queen whiner of graphic design, or something like that.
Wine and design.
Yeah.
Wine and design.
There you go.
You could market the audit that you do.
The magical marketing audit. You need a graphic design audit or something, some sexy name thing where it's you come in and say, here's what you got, here's what's wrong with it, and here's how we would fix it. A sexy name for the analysis. And you bring the wine to the analysis. It comes with a bottle of wine to make the design go down easier. So it's not, oh bummer, another boring business meeting, I have 8 of these today. It's, they're looking forward to, you're gonna build bring a bottle of wine, and it's just us girls talking about wine and design.
Alright.
There may be a wine and design name in there for you somehow, because it rhymes.
For
Right.
palette.
What?
Palette for palette.
Palette for palette, colors, wine. All right,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. Fire away.
What I want?
What do you want?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to bring my massage roller to the major market, the consumer market.
Direct to consumer.
Yeah. It's I can see a market for massage therapists. They're buying it. They see it. They touch it. They feel it. Certainly, there's a market for spa owners, spa managers, and all that. Personal trainers, maybe professional sports teams. You know, places like that.
Play strategy, selling different
You know,
places.
But I figure, okay, there's only so many professional sports teams, and they're only going to buy
Correct.
so many units.
Correct.
Big market would be to the general public.
Correct.
Can I get it to the general public?
Sure. Before I start, yep.
What's it retail?
Retailing right now at $149. I've been playing with $125 at conferences and workshops and specials. I've got it at $99 on Amazon right now. Very few sales on Amazon. I don't think people are seeing it.
Right.
Or how do I use it? You know,
Right.
Well, if I'm going to buy it, how am I going to use it, right? So I'm working on video content and things like that.
What's
You
your
know,
cost to make it?
My cost right now
Everything in this group stays in the group.
stays in a group. Okay, right now we're at around.
Well, roughly, I mean, so you gotta,
Right now I'm at about.
Or you could just share a percentage of profit margin, is that?
Yeah, right. I'd have to kill you if you shared it.
Right.
But anyway, I'm at about $27 if I get the stone from India that I'm working on right now. Right now we're at about $38 a unit, so I'm looking to get the price point down below 25 and perhaps possibly even lower than that. I'm worried about going overseas too quickly with not being able to get big enough volume order, and you know, I could see it going down to $10
Right.
or $12 or $15 a unit.
If you're ordering enough, right?
10,000 units or
Right.
something, but we're just not there yet.
so 2 things that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Kickstarter, you can have it funded, people, they're basically to fund you, they get one in return, so it's like pre-order.
I'm not.
Okay, so Kickstarter is a crowdfunding site for business ideas and products where you say, I've invented this and I want to bring it to market and I need $50,000 to shoot an infomercial. And they say, okay, I love that product idea, and you get 5,000 people who all give you, or 500 people who all give you $100.
Okay.
They get what, if your cost is $27, let's say you say, if you crowdfund this, when I get to my 50,000 and raise, everybody who gave me $100 gets one, everybody who gave me $150 gets this in the book. At $200, you get this, the book, and the t-shirt, or video, or whatever. So it's kind of like on channel 3 PBS when they ask for money. At this level, you get the CD. At this level, you get the DVD. At this level, you get both.
They give you a couple grand, you fly out to them and give them a treatment. Yeah.
There you go.
There's your celebrity marketing
Personalized
is I massaged Kim Kardashian and whatever. So,
Sounds pretty cheeky.
yes, so on Kickstarter, you could certainly use that as a way to get pre-sales and fund your inventory and crowdsource for funding. So I agree with that, absolutely.
And then if you sell something so much, then obviously kick in the marketing. And the other thing, I've seen people with just products do very well with would be like daily deals or Groupon. They go out, offer, and I've seen, the one that just amazed me, this guy had a dog collar they made at home, and they had reflective tape on it, or LEDs he put in there. He sold like 8,000 of them.
Right, the only issue you've got with Groupon and other coupon sites like Groupon and Living Social tend to attract people looking for the deal.
Yeah.
So they're not necessarily the highest quality customers because they're this like a herd of locusts
Yeah.
who go from one deal to the next deal. So if, like, for example, I was a massage therapist, I would not do Groupon because all those people would come in for their half-off massage and then never come back. However, if you're selling a physical product, it might work because, although technically if you really want a back end of your business, you want to get them to buy other stuff, but to generate some initial spikes in sales, that could certainly work if you do it right. The only issue with Groupon is, number one, you have to discount 50% on average. And two, Groupon will then keep half of your money and sit on it for 30 to 60 to 90 days before they actually pay you. So I actually had a couple businesses that, I had a spa that came to us because Groupon literally almost put them out of business. They had so many people come in for massages that because you discount by half and then they sit on half that money, so you get 25%. Like, she's like, I had so many people taking advantage of the Groupon deal, I had to lay off four massage therapists. So there's a whole bunch of different things you can do, obviously, depending on the budget. You would probably start with, I would start you with getting testimonials from the people who already have it. Do a YouTube video contest for whoever gets the best testimonial gets something. Maybe it's you get another thing or you get whatever. So you have some viral type of, here are all the people who love this product. I would, again, depending on budget, send free ones to a whole bunch of celebrities. And get Gwyneth Paltrow to go on going, I love it when my man rubs me with this thing. And then you can use that in your marketing. Direct to consumer, I mean, you could sell, I would have a Facebook store, I would have an eBay store. You could promote the heck out of it on Facebook with Facebook ads to people who are fans of massage, because you can target them on Facebook. I would, and then ultimately when you get the budget, you would want to do direct response TV, where it starts out as like a 2-minute commercial that sells it, and then building your way up to a 30 or 60-minute infomercial, where you have a celebrity endorser, and they walk around the audience and people go, oh my God, it feels so good, and they all buy it.
This is a QVC.
Absolutely. I mean, you have some. Forgive the reference, young, attractive female lying down there, getting rolled on with this, and then she goes, oh my God, it's awesome. Or you rub the QVC host, and she's standing there going, oh my God, you have to buy it. Yeah, I think mass market consumer would be social media and TV until ultimately, I mean, you could do some direct mail where you bought like a list of subscribers to Massage Magazine or whatever, and then said, I want to hit the 5,000 people in New York State first, test that with postcards, see how many sales you get, and then gradually ramp up until everybody's got one in their mailbox like AOL used to do with CDs.
What do you guys think the price point of this thing is for a consumer? I'd love to hear that. And nothing you say is going to hurt my feelings. I've heard a lot of
how much would you
a lot
pay?
of people that I've talked to say I pay $50 for it, or I pay $75 for it, or something.
I'd say the ultimate answer, we can all give our opinions, but you're not really going to know unless you test it.
Yeah.
And say, I'm going to take those 5,000 people, 1,000 get an ad showing it at 100, 1,000 get an ad showing it at 120, 1,000 get an ad showing it at 200, and you see which one converts the best. But we can all guess.
You're selling it to massage therapists who are, on average make $30,000 a year at $125, $150 a pop.
Right.
And you also have to think about, the massage therapists have a mental box that you're in because you're a massage tool.
Right.
The consumers may have a mental box comparing you to the thing they got from Sharper Image that vibrates and does infrared heat that they bought.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to reinvent your own box of, we're the only hot stone acupressure roller, and this is not just another vibrating massage tool. This is a home functional health medicine aid or something that's going to help with your arthritis or whatever it's going to do. So that now, instead of selling another $99.95 massage thing, you are selling the, hey, this will help you avoid visits to the doctor or chiropractor, or stress causes $80 billion in health-related expenses every year, and now you can stop taking your antacid because you're not stressed out anymore. And now all of a sudden people are paying $499 for it. It's a play strategy of where you're selling and who you're selling to.
value add.
Right.
Well, take control of your health, take control of your stress.
Right.
Relieve yourself of pain.
Right, if you're
Not-
going to a massage every month, well, $720 a year for the next 20 years is 15 grand. Wouldn't you rather pay 500 bucks? Or, I mean, you could sell this so many different ways. It could be a marital thing. Improve your marriage with the stone roller. Just do this with your wife once a week and she'll love you forever. And you could sell it a bunch of different ways. Because each market has its own, like the way you'd sell it to an arthritis sufferer is going to be totally different than the person that you would sell it to who's got fibromyalgia.
It's a great self-defense tool.
Yeah, you could hit people with it. You could sell it to martial arts studios.
Oh, absolutely.
Are there any competitive products like
There's
that?
different kinds of rollers out there. There's a product called a stick, which is very popular with professional sports teams. It's basically a plastic stick with handles and it has small plastic wheels on it, right? But the rod is slightly flexible and it's a cool little self-massage tool, So that would be something similar.
But it's plastic,
Some of
it's
them-
not hot
some
stone,
roll-
it's not acupuncture.
No, it doesn't,
Right.
exactly. It rolls, so there are different kind of rolling tools out there, but not wooden ones and some plastic ones and things like that.
It's the only one that combines hot stone, acupressure, and high quality butcher block wood in one convenient, easy to use package.
Black conditioner. Yes, there you go. That's the original and world's first.
Yes,
Yeah.
the ultimate hot stone roller.
The,
Yes.
the ultimate.
Does
Dan,
that have a warranty? Like, is there a last?
I warranty it against any defective material or workmanship, yeah.
for how long is the warranty?
Well, 12 months.
1 year.
1 year, well, you also don't need an appointment to use that.
Right.
Easy.
You can use it anytime you want.
No, they don't have an hour to go get a massage. Also, massage costs per hour, $50
Right.
to $100. You can use
For
that
the price of less than 2 massages, you can own this forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking a lot of couples or partners,
Yep.
there'd be a market for that.
Absolutely.
Because let's face it,
You do need
to
some.
get the most.
Right, because otherwise you're rolling your legs,
It's nice
and
when
that's about
someone
it.
else,
Like,
does it for you, so is it a gift?
yeah, it's
Is it a
absolutely.
gift item?
Huge Valentine's Day promotion, sure.
Valentine's Day,
Zach wants to put it on his wedding
I
registry.
want it on
Yeah.
my wedding registry.
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be
So
cool.
like, we need this in Bed Bath and Beyond. We need this in
winking at your
Macy's.
daughter all afternoon saying,
There you go.
I now know I'm.
Take it on your honeymoon. Or not.
Whoa.
You could take it as far as you want.
they,
Other thoughts?
Yeah, no.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Our next meeting is Friday, June 14th. Your book for the month is Fascinate by Sally Hogshead. You are to buy it and read it by then. Although there will be no test. Although I might ask you what personality type you are. And we will have some awesome content for you in June as well. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Bye, virtual people.
Thank you, sir.
Oh.